places. But I want to pass these around, just kind of quickly scan through them, and then it's going to tell you a little bit about me. So here's one where I was in what they call homes for sale, and it shows me and my project manager. I built 2 PUT projects down at Citrus Heights and Fair Oaks. One was 56 houses on 5 acres. The other was 33. Homeowners Association, swimming pool, clubhouse. I did curbs, gutters, everything. I did the brochures and decorated the models and actually wrote up the flyers. My wife helped me. She's very good at it. I'm a horrible speller, but she's good at it. Well, this is one of them. And it's called Providence. And guess what? I know it's old, but when you look through and read it, it kind of looks like this, doesn't it? Just a cut above. That was done in 1979. So if you do things that are timeless, you do it. Then I got a picture of my family, send that around. There's a home I designed and built. And hey, it doesn't matter. I'm a conservative, so some of you know this guy, Mitt Romney. Anyway, but I show you for my wife. I'm proud of my wife because, you know.
She's prettier than him.
Yeah, I'm married above myself, you know, no question. Then here, I love racquetball, and this is my youngest son and my oldest grandson. So we all played the game, and we each won one. But we get down, we will go to the 4th game, and my grandson says, and I'm looking there, and he just got me by 2 points. So I look out and I said, Blake, well, what time is it? He says, oh, it's 10. I said, I got a meeting, I got to go. He said, no, it'll just take a few more minutes to play the game. I said, what's more important, being on time or a game you can play anytime? I knew he'd beat me. So anyway, that happened. This is a house I built in Woodbridge Ranch. After I was worth $3 million in 1979. I lost it all. So I built a home and at that next year, and then I crawled under houses doing pest control work to make a living. Here's a house that you can look at. I did down in Saratoga. It was a house that was 50 years old in a neighborhood that it was the worst house. I put a motorhome in there, drove down there, built the house for it, $600,000. Within 1 year we finished, she created $1 million equity in that house. It's $3.5 million. And there's a picture kind of some of it there. Also, I'm going to pass out what do you call it? References? Something like that. Okay, there are I think there's enough for everybody. There's 3, I have 3 pages of them. Now, I just wrote these out about 2 months ago. I never really paid attention to make the reference list. And my lead foreman is a character, but he's absolutely best guy I ever had, always on time, 100% honest. I give him my checkbook, that's how. And it's very difficult in construction to find people like that. You say, we need a reference list so when I give it a bid out, then people can check. Okay, so I hand this, and I'll challenge you to call any one of them. If you get a bad rap, it's a dinner on me.
Oh.
And I actually could come up with 2 more pages. So that's what happens when you're an antique. You know, when you're an antique. So anyway, and then here's a little door knocker that,
I don't want to steal it.
Is that weird, huh? Yeah, that's fun. I look a little like Elvis here, but I tell people I'm not. He's my brother. He's 2 years older than me. If you were living.
He was, yeah.
Yeah, you know. So I think these flowers, I think they pass these around for business cards. But so So anyway, there isn't really anything that I haven't done in connection with a home, period. I mean, I have 15 people working for me, and we sub very little out, so I have control. Control over who comes in, who doesn't. The biggest problem is sub, and then you turn around and then they don't show up, and then, oh, well, they're tied up on that last job. Every time I go in a home, and almost, I'm gonna say 80-90% of the time, they'll add more things. Oh, can you do this? Can you go do this? So I can't get away. But what I do is I guarantee when we man a job, we keep somebody on it till we're done. Or if the client chooses something I can't get, but it's not my fault. So those are some of the things that I really care about. I tend to pay attention to detail, meaning men basically design them, and men basically build them, and men and women have to put up with them.
Yes.
You know? They don't put up with my home, because I worry about a light switch, where it is, how many inches it is, what the drawer is, how it opens, the swing, every inch of it. And because that, I just like it. I want the least amount of steps to get to wherever I want to do. Good on colors, you know, I can look at that right there, go to the store and match it. And it stays with you, and I can go match it. I can match it. And I enjoy that, you know.
Okay, we need to wrap it up. Do you guys, what about any questions for Bob?
Yeah, that was my next thing I was going to say.
Okay.
So throw it out there. You have any quick questions, and you know.
It's something that just came across my desk. In putting on a deck in El Dorado County, do you need a permit to do a deck? Do you know that?
Yes. Well, you want to know how to do it without?
Well, maybe. Go ahead.
Holds it to the house. It's portable. It's detachable.
Oh,
So if it's
so
not attached, right? Isn't that,
Well,
I
you
know
can-
that's what
no,
it
it
used to be.
They call it attached, and so that's a technicality. And I'll tell you, the problem is, most people don't bother about them. They're big, but the thing is, there's several ways to look at it. I leave it to the client, you know. Or if I say, hey, this is over my head, we need to get one. You know, typically, if I add square footage to a house, no way would I do it without a permit. You know, there's no way. But as far as getting permits for some things, some people got them on the porch extend a little bit, and there's no handrail required. Come on. The only thing is, you want to make sure that the steps absolutely are the same. You got to count the bottom step. They cannot vary more than just less. An eighth is too much. So, you know, 3/16. So why? Because if somebody fell, broke a hip, and they sued you, then they come back, you didn't go with the code. And then they need to know if the door swings out, the landing has to be equal to the door that swings out. Or you have to make one full step before you change the height of the steps.
Okay.
So it's just getting somebody who knows what they're doing. You know.
And what are the referrals that you like the best? I know you like painting. Besides painting, what do you
I
like?
like colors and I like things that make big change in a house, you know, because I've done so much that now I love to come in and create and work with a client, because I get fulfillment in doing that. Forget the money, and then you get to go in and work with the client and make sure that their dreams come true, you know, what they want. Some can't visualize, so I work hard to visualize. Like one in Newcastle, met with them, there were 6 people, 3 men and 3 women yesterday. I'm gutting their house, and I lined it all up. It's about 140,000 to do the inside. It's 1,400 square feet. Heat, air conditioning, take the kitchen from one side to the other, put a bathroom in, take the laundry outside, bring it in, and from one end to the other, all done. So I like that, but really I think it's just, I don't really I don't really, size of client or, doesn't matter to me. Every single job's important. I treat the small job the same as a big job. It doesn't matter. So, any other questions?
No, great presentation, thank you.
Different than normal, you know?